Is this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something better. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Is this what you want now? Or is it because you can't forget her? Uh-huh, uh-huh. I can't keep pretending it's not getting to me. It's never ending. Can't give you what you need. You're misbehaving. Yeah, it's getting to me. It's never ending. You can give anything, so you can go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Yeah, you better go, go, go. Go, 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 go. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. This is what I want now. Yeah, I'm waiting for something better. Yeah. This is what I want now. No, I won't settle for anything else. I can't keep pretending it's not getting to me. It's never ending. Can't give you what you need. Oh, no, no. You're misbehaving. Yeah, it's getting to me. It's never ending. You can give anything, so you can go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Oh, you better go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, so I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Yeah, so you can go, go, go. Go, 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 go. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself.
Cause there's too much noise around us. Or maybe it's just me. There's treasure in the sea. Yeah, but I'm just too dry to reach it. So speak sincerely. Huh? Cause I'm still waiting, yeah, for you to come around and save me.
What it do? What's good, my good people? Hopefully, so I'm gonna get this together. I thought I'd do an unboxing and hang out in the joint. And it's a Friday. Figured we do a little fun. I got my new HyperDeck in. I got my RodeCaster joint in. And so I thought, what the hey, have a little fun. Um, and unbox. So I don't do a whole lot of unboxing. And people, a couple of my cats was like, "Yo, Gail, you should totally do an unboxing." And I was like, "All right, cool, let's do an unboxing. Let's show how I live stream. Let's do some fun stuff." And like a couple of weeks ago, I was out at Harvest Homecoming, and we were streaming Harvest Homecoming, and I ended up plugging in my iPad because one of the devices, one of my cameras wouldn't connect, and something was wonky going on. But either way it goes, I didn't have a clean feed. And so I was like, man, I got to find an app. So, since then I went out and found an app for using your iPad and your iPhone into the ATEM mixer to do a live feed. And so I'm gonna share that a little bit today too. Like, so check it out, right? So this is, you got the mixer over here, my ATM, but now we're looking at it through my iPhone that's just kind of sitting on my desk. And then that's my Rode, right? So I use the Rode already all the time for a bunch of stuff. And then I thought, would the Rode be good for a live event? And so I was like, yo, let's do this real quick, because I've been using the Rode for a live event. I've been using the Rode for doing remote podcasting, producing some of my friends and my clients' podcasts and all that fun stuff. So it's been a cool journey to go down during COVID and kind of getting real techie and geeky. And so I was like, let me see what I can do. So I was like, I got the new HyperDeck in because I needed to duplicate. So the HyperDeck, just so y'all know, I'll share this. So I'm the HyperDeck Studio, right? So I use this for playback for a lot of times, and you can also do a recording. So like when I was playing the PlayStation or the Xbox and I wanted to record my joints, I would do that. And so I was like, man, when I get the new one in, I guess I'll probably do. Let me just unbox it real quick and see if I could do a live setup and see how that will work. So if I get it wrong live, then people can laugh at me. If I get it right, then it's a win. Like, let's get it. And so, why not? What better to do on a Friday night before I shut down the office and go home and hang out with the family, right? And for all my friends and some of the churches that I work with that are live streaming, sometimes they don't get to actually play with and see the toys before we bring them in. So yo, here it is. I'll jump into it. I'm gonna plug it in. Let's see if it works. We'll do some playback and show how I live stream. So a lot of people use laptops and do stuff like that. It's really quick and easy to kind of set up. And yeah, there it is. We'll see if I get it right or wrong. So here it is. Ready? I'll throw some. So I use the RodeCaster to play music in the background. So I'll throw some music in there while I get ready to crack this box open. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not because I ain't listening. So here it is. I'm gonna switch, right? So here it is. So you can look at it from the studio standpoint. This is the box it comes in. Super clean, super easy. I'm gonna just slide this joint out. Blackmagic always sends a bunch of stuff. I use Premiere Pro to do a lot of our video editing. But DaVinci is a pretty dope, solid, free program, at least the entry level piece is. And then there's a paid version, but they always give you a free version. They send that in so that you can download it. Maybe one day I'll get into that. So it comes in pretty packed. The cool thing, I love it, is really simple. I mean, it really does look just like the other one that I got sitting up there on my desk, which is right here. So it's got two SD card slots in the front of it. It's got play, stop, search. So I understand that the menus and stuff are supposed to be a little easier. I understand that they changed the viewing screen, which is pretty cool. Ethernet, so that you can connect everything and you can actually trigger it through the ATM if you want, or any other device, of course. And Blackmagic never sends, well, for these they never send power cords, so you always got to buy a power cord. I got a bunch of old computer cords laying around, so I typically use those. You ain't got to buy them. SDI for people who do SDI. So you got your out, your loop in, your time code, your referencing, SDI out, SDI in, but then you have your HDMI out as well. And so this one is like, what is this one? I think it's $4.95, and then there's a upgraded version where you get a speaker as well as a headphone jack to the joint. So that's pretty cool. But I didn't get that one. That one's $6.95. So I mean, because really all I do is use it for playback. I don't need it for like alpha channeling and doing motion graphics, because I don't do a lot of that. Maybe I'll get into that and I'll have to get one later, right? But the one thing I did enjoy, and the reason I got this one, is because you can record out of the USB-C joint in the back. So I'm gonna play with that. Like, all right, so if y'all want to chill with me, hang out. If not, it'll be here later. Y'all might have beverages to engage in on a Friday. You get these little feet. So I'm gonna stick these feet in here. while we do this joint, and then I'm gonna plug it in, and we're gonna see if we can immediately get this bad boy to roll. I got my PlayStation hooked up in the office, so I'm still technically in the office. My wife is probably somewhere watching me do this. And saying, boy, if you don't just come home, so you can like peel little stickies off, pop that boys in a little hole. I don't know if I'm gonna do that right now. Yep, there we go. And then I'm gonna set this bad boy up on the desk, and then we're gonna just plug and play and see how easy it is, just to connect it and let it rock out. So y'all can see all the fun stuff. I mean, I think it's like Christmas. Every time I get a new tech device, it really is like Christmas, at least for me. So again, about to take this right. So up here on my counter, I already kind of have a plug ready to go. I've got an HDMI that's already ready to plug in. It's going into my channel 3 on my on the ATM, so I'll be able to trigger it right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put up there. You'll see where the screen goes black. So you know there, and then I've got an Ethernet cord right here. So we're just gonna plug this in. I'll even share my screen. Um, Yeah, I'll share my screen as I get ready to plug this in, and I'll run it through the ATM so you can see how I set it up. And you can kind of, it'd be a cool little step by step in that sense. So I'm just gonna plug the Ethernet cord in real quick. I gotta stand up on this. So she's plugged in. We got juice. Check it out. So got to do little setup. Um, so it directly goes right into the menu. So what I want to do is connect it to my ATM real fast. So let's do that. And then I got a mini hard drive. I use these SanDisk SSD drives, work really fast. They do a lot of recording. I can record. I can plug them into some of the cameras like the Canon R. I can plug them into the ATM and record. So there's a lot of things I can do in that sense in using these. They read really fast, they write really fast. So super super dope to use. So I am going to real quick go into the ATM. Let's see if I can set this up because I said I was gonna do this. What's up with it, Mo? How you doing? See, Mo, you get into this string piece and you're gonna be ready for it. And now you can know all the tricks that I use. To set this one up. And so I haven't used this recorder, so it should be able to. We're gonna see how easy it is for me to find what I'm looking for. So here, I'll do this with y'all. That way, y'all can see me messing around with it. So what I want to do is let's go. I'm gonna go screen share. Give me just a second, bam, and let me share the ATM. Brow, and let's turn that on. And tat out, right? So this is a software for the ATM. So you can see what that looks like. And then what ends up happening, like this is my HyperDeck 1. It's already kind of programmed in. So I can actually cue stuff here, bring it up on the screen. I can trigger everything from the HyperDeck from here, even record, playback, and all that kind of fun stuff. But when you get in here, you've got to set it up. Right. And so right now you can see I only have one HyperDeck. So the thing I want to do is go ahead and trigger my HyperDeck 2 and see what I have to do to make that work. Um, so like you go in right in here, bam. So you've got these menus that you've got to go through for recording, whether you're doing SDI, it records in H.264. You hit the set if you want to kind of scroll through. So if your input is SDI or if it's going to be HDMI, you can just run through how you want it to trigger, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not looking for the record menu. It has your audio channels, right? So, you can monitor channels 1 and 2. What I am looking for, it's got your storage, and I'm going to plug this in so that we can connect the storage piece to it as well, the SSD card. But then it has the setup, right? So what I'm looking for is the network setup because I don't know where it is on this one. So let's keep going and see if we can find what not that. I'll see if I can find network. And I don't see it. And that is gonna bug me. So maybe I won't get to do this tonight. Because I didn't read the manual, right? Who didn't read the manual? Miguel. Miguel didn't read the manual. But either way it goes, um, let me try something else, right? So here, I'll give y'all another song. Or maybe not that one. I'll give y'all another song while I try to figure this out real quick. I know, Dana, right? You know, it is helpful to read a manual, but who the hell wants to spend time reading a manual to figure out where all this goes? Let's plug in SSD card, right? Let's see if it reads it. So, yep, I immediately, here, I check that out. I'll pull the camera back over there so you can see it. So I plug the SSD card in. It reads, right? Media 3, you know, our USB extreme SSD. So I can record. So technically, I should be able to hit record and then do playback in our system. But, so I'm still looking for menu spot though. So we got all that in there. It's a brand new drive. I didn't buy that drive for this, so I bet if I format it, I might be mad about that later. So why do that, right? Dana said I'm always doing big boy things. You know, I like to have fun and I like to play with, you know, the new toys, right? And so it always helps when I'm doing live productions, because when people send me videos, you know, I don't have to use another computer to show their videos. I can really just cue it from my ATEM. So like, watch this, right? So if I want to show you real quick, hold on, let me hit cancel. I'll get out of here. I'll show you what my current HyperDeck that's already set up will do, right? So I want to queue it from here. I'm gonna queue it in the ATM. I'm gonna go ahead and hit I can hit play from here, right? And immediately it's gonna start transitioning. So let me pull this up. Boom. And then now you can start. I'm gonna transfer. So you can see in the bottom right here, quarter here. I'll swap that out. So you can see, like, you can see the commercial. I don't know if the sound is coming through for you on there, so you can also hear the sound. I don't know if I plugged the sound in correctly, but you can hear the sound on that as well if it's coming through. And so it plays back sound and it does all those things for me. So I can just run those back. It makes it real easy. It makes it real quick and simple to do that. And it cuts on and off, right? And so I can easily just go ahead, like I want this to end. I can just go ahead and quick swap back and forth, right? As quickly and as simple as I want to. I can still run my lower thirds and my banners and anything else that I want in that same respect, and just kind of play around with it, right? So if I wanted to throw that back up there and do something like this, I could do that in terms of how you plan all your production. So that's why I like the HyperDeck. And you know, it's probably why I bought the new one, because I got issues. And I needed a second one. I really needed a second one just to play with for this event I have coming up in a couple of weeks. And I thought, you know, it's better to get it in early, play with it, make sure it works, make sure it does everything that I needed to do. Because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be in trouble, right? True story. So I just wanted to share. Dana, you're gonna love this, right? So you gotta hold on. Let me get rid of that real quick. So if you haven't seen, this is Dana, this is what you need in your studio. So you've got to get a RodeCaster, right? It's super dope. It's super easy. You know, it's a great podcasting tool. It records in, and everything that I have going in through right now is on my other RodeCaster that you can see over there. The cool part is it plays music through it. So I can cue themes. I can produce people's stuff as we're going through, right? It has multiple channels, or I should say, you know, really music bays where I think it's 4 different music bays. So I can pull music in, and switching and doing this at the same time is not not a good idea, right? So here's like I can just kind of grab music from different spaces. I use royalty free music from Epidemic Sound. And so, that way I don't get banged with copyright issues and all that other fun stuff that is happening on this. So, yeah, buddy, there it is. I can't connect it. I'm also going to see if it reads the card that I already have. You know what I probably have to do? Bam, I found it. All right, here it is. So it's in the setup part, right? It's crazy. It's not in the same. So the setup for the HyperDeck, the first one, and now for the second one is a little bit different. So if you got to go over to the IP address. Right, so let me go back real quick. So you've got to go into your setup. Let me do this real fast. I'll show you how to do it. So you're going to go over to your setup menu. You're going to go over here. Once you find that IP address, you just type in 192.168.1.1. Bam. And then I'm going to put auto roll. It's actually in my input 3, right? And so let's hit connect to see if we connect there. It's going to cycle through and it hits 192.168. There it is. I got 121. So you got to be smarter, maybe not tight. So I guess the idea would be to take my time. D West, yo, ask whatever questions. If I got it, I'll ask. I'll try. Remote is not active on this HyperDeck. So my guess, because now the menu is flashing. And so let's go to, I'm going to scroll over, setup, English, date, time, software, different. We're good. Everything else is good. Video out. So let's go. And let's go over to remote. It's always something, right? And I may even have to update the software. I bet you there's there's something I skipped for sure. Dana, I'm gonna need you to read the menus on this for me. So record, monitor channels. Yep. I am gonna have to play with this at a later date because I wasn't gonna spend a whole time doing this. So now I feel like I'm gonna have to jump off air, play with this, get it hooked in, so that I can get this right. This is probably why people on YouTube pre-record all these, so they don't run into snafus like this when they're trying to set stuff up. Yeah, means.
When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better. When I look at what I've done, now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won, I've come
my good people.
Something going on. That shade of doubt hanging around.
In the midst of playing with all of this, I might call it quits and come back at a later date and plug it in, because I totally have missed this step and I don't know where to get in here. So let me yeah, y'all at least got the start of it, man. Maybe I'll do this again and I'll have it all played out exactly the way it's supposed to be laid out, so it works the way it's supposed to. Like Vayner said, I'll just try to figure it out. That's what I'm doing. So there it is. Yo, thanks for hanging out with me for a minute. I will. I'll do this again. Maybe next time I'll unbox it first, and then get it all laid out, put it back in a box, right? And then that would probably be the smart thing to do. And then come back and do it so that it's a smooth setup and connection. So look, I'm gonna log off for a minute, plug this bad boy in, and see what I can do to get it working. Yo, appreciate y'all. Y'all hang out. Have a great Friday. And I will do another live. At least some of it worked, you know. So go check out that app. It's called Clean Shoot Camera Feed that I'm using to use my iPhone as my second source. So I think that's still super dope. That you can do that because you can use it with an iPad or anything else. So when you're out doing live remotes, and I just basically bought a dongle that you can use, right? It's a super easy dongle to use. You plug the app in and it gives you a live feed. You can still control your camera. You can even do some fun stuff on here, like right on it. So maybe I'll do a whole presentation in that sense. But for now, let me set this HyperDeck up. Y'all have a great Friday. I'm out of here. Peace, love, and hair grease. You can hang out. I'm not gonna log off. I think I'm just gonna sit here and work through this and stay live with it. Y'all can chill. Ask me questions. You wanna come in the chat? Yes, I just found it. There it is. Man, it was buried, super buried in the midst of all the channels. I'm sorry. That was crazy. So here, check it out. I mean, if you're still in here, you can check it out. Brandon said, play that music. So I found it, right? So look, you can see where the HyperDeck is now connected, which is super cool. That joint took a minute though. So I'm mad about it, but at least now it's connected. It's actually in the setup menu all the way at the bottom, right? So the menu is a little confusing in comparison to the old menus. Like the old menu from the first HyperDeck was super easy. Like it was time code, record, settings, and you just went in and tapped it in. It looks like this one on the setup, like it's just a long list of stuff. What's up, B? What's going on, Brandon? Yeah, come on in. You can jump in here and chat with me if you want. I don't know what are you DJing tonight, my guy? DJ Deuce in the house. So there it is. So it's connected, which is super cool. So now we can look at, so if I go in here, right, I'm gonna hit save. And then I should be able to come in here and click on cam 3, right? So cam 4, because we know that's my first HyperDeck, right? And so I can cue something and play it if we want in that scenario so that you can see what's going on there. And then if I wanted to actually play something you can see it, I could just run that, and that'll show just like that, so you can see how that might run, right? So let me go ahead and cue that in here so you can see it. Boom. So you'll see it at the bottom right hand corner as it's playing through. You know, so you can have sound, no sound. You can pull up different pieces. Now, if I go to cam 3, there's no card in there, so it's not reading anything in that sense. So here's what I want to try, right? So let's try and do um, a playback, so to speak, so we can kind of play back what we're doing and how we're doing it. So watch this. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to hit, let's just record this part right here. So I'm going to hit record. Let's see if that does something. Bam. Maybe. And see, and I don't see where it's letting me do it. It's not. Let's do. Nah, it's still not triggering it. Whatever. That is the way the cookie crumbles. So let me see if I have to go into setup again. So, and I go into storage. I'm going to hit media 2 now. And let's see if that does something different here for us. Let's go back out of menu. Lots, and let's hit. Doesn't switch over media, which is interesting. So you would think it would just kind of jump from one slot to the other so that you could use it. Yeah, whatever. Tailgate party. Why can't get the tailgate party though, B? You supposed to invite me to the tailgate party. That way I wouldn't be sitting in here embarrassing myself on wherever I'm streaming this out at, talking about how fun my new HyperDeck's gonna be, and I can't get the bad boy to work correctly because it takes some setup, right? It ain't just gonna be able to plug and play and drop it out the box to make it work. So things to recognize, things to know. But all right, well, I'm out of here. Y'all have a beautiful Friday night. I'm done, man. Send me some new music, Deuce. Oh, tomorrow at 1. All right, hit me up. Shoot me a text, man. I'll come out and play. But in the meantime, yo, I'm out. I'm gonna get this thing fixed and then I'm going hang out with the wife and the kid. Y'all have fun. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me.
Sauce, watch it step, it can be slippery. The sauce is dripping when I'm flexing, I'm too wet to see. Sauce, yeah, I'm dripping sauce. Your bitch says you want it deep, call her Randy. Sauce, yeah, I'm dripping sauce. Ain't you